Hello, families. This is Mr. Clobes, principal at Ruth Munson Middle School. We're only a few days away from the first day of school, so I wanted to create this video to walk you through the steps of what you should expect as a parent and also for the students to get them ready for that first day of school. Before even starting the school year, I think it's going to be important between now and August 10th is just creating a learning environment for your child so that they can have a more successful experience with distance learning. Ensure it's private, free of distractions, separate space from their personal space, and that they're uninterrupted time to work. Also have all other resources available, textbooks, novels, paper, pens, anything they're going to need to be successful during distance learning. And another idea to enhance the distance learning experience, just little things you can do is give them headphones with a mic. It helps the audio and receiving audio as well, makes it a little more enhanced, so the experience is just a little better. I think it's going to be super important to establish routines. Make sure your child goes to bed at a decent hour, wakes up early, has breakfast, puts on like clothes as if they're going to school, they brush their teeth, they go through the whole process of getting ready for a regular school day, even though it's at home. I think this is going to be a real important piece to, again, legitimize the distance learning platform and experience. I also wanted to remind everyone that attendance is going to be taken daily for every class. So attendance is going to matter, and it's going to be a big deal that students are there every single day. Make sure the video is on. That is the best way that we can ensure students are engaged and participating in the lesson. Assignments will be graded, and the Aries gradebook will be updated regularly. Right now during distance learning, communication is very important, especially now that we can't see each other face to face. So I highly recommend that you tune into my weekly message, whether you listen to it over the phone or you receive it by email, but I send that out every week, Sunday at 6:30. I give updates about all kinds of things going on, and especially now with distance learning and COVID, it's going to be really important that we stay connected. I also utilize Twitter, so follow us at RMMS_Bulldogs. We use Facebook, we upload videos on YouTube, and I also want to highly encourage downloading the CSD 91730 app. I utilize that as well, sending out reminders, notifications about a variety of different things, especially right now, how we're rolling out the school year. I've been getting a lot of questions about laptop distribution. All laptops are being distributed through the district office, and I also provided the new address for the building. They moved to Red Oak, so you can see the address there. It is being rolled out in phases, so there are a lot of kids that are requesting devices. So it's based on the way they're rolling it out is on first come, first serve. So if you still haven't requested a device and you need one, I would highly recommend doing that right away. The phone number at the bottom, Dana Caldwell, is the one that is organizing everything. And again, I just ask for patience on this. There are a lot of kids. There's 7 schools, a lot of kids that are requesting it, and we are rolling it out as fast as possible. But if you have any questions about devices, when you're getting it, really should be directing the call to the district office. We just don't have the answers here at the Mustard School site. Textbook distribution schedule is going to start Thursday with 5th and 6th grade, and you can see the schedule times here. 5th grade is going to go from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and we are organizing it by last name. It's really important that we follow this schedule to ensure it goes very smooth, that you're not waiting in a long line. 6th grade is going to start from 12 to 3, and again, we're doing it by last name. Our 7th and 8th grade students will be receiving their textbooks on Friday. And again, you can see the schedule here. 7th grade is going to go from 8 to 11, and 8th grade is going to go from 12 to 3. I do need to know, if you are a 7th grade student and you have not completed your TDAP, we will not be able to distribute schedules or textbooks. So it's very important you get this done right away. If you have any questions about textbook distribution, please email my new assistant principals, Tiffany Patterson or Ryan Lewis. All right, so what will curbside textbook distribution look like? Students are all going to receive their textbooks, in some cases classroom novels, an agenda, their class schedule. They're going to get a sticker, like a label sticker, and I'm going to go through that in a little more detail later. They're going to get a sticker with their username and password so that they can get into distance learning and connect with their teachers. Students will also get a student ID, which is going to be utilized for lunch. And students that are in band, instruments are going to be distributed to 7th and 8th grade students only. We are still having 6th grade band, but I just want you to be aware that the 6th grade students will not be receiving their instruments right away, and Ms. Newland will clarify or will make that clear to the students once the school year starts. The schedule, our regular schedule Monday through Thursday is here. We start the day at 8 o'clock and the day will end at 2:20. Lunch is going to be same for everyone, 11:50 to 12:30. Late start Friday is from 8:50 to 2:40, and again, you can see the schedule here, and lunch is from 12:20 to 1 o'clock. We will be providing lunch here at Musser on Mondays and Wednesdays, just like we did in the summer. It's going to be the grab and go style. Lunch will be distributed between 11 o'clock and 12:30. A student ID is required, which we will be distributing during textbook distribution. Parents can pick up the lunches without the student being present. Okay, that's going to be really important. The students will still be in class. Parents can go get it on their behalf. So when you see your schedule, it's going to be a little different than you have seen in years past. So every student, the vast majority of students are going to have a study hall class. Now, study hall is a period designed for students to work independently on homework, classwork, silent reading, etc. Some students are going to have study hall first period, and those students are going to receive an email from Ms. Burright with specific instructions on what they need to do the first day of school. So during textbook distribution, every child will receive a label with their username, password on it. And you can see here, every student's going to receive a label that looks exactly like this. They're going to have their name, their username or their email address, and it's a 6-digit student ID at stu.csd.k12.ca.us. That is the student's username to get into distance learning. Now, students who are returning to Musser from last school year, this is all going to be information you already know, but this is mostly for new students so you know exactly what you need to do for that first day of school. Also, what's going to be on this label is your student number. Your student number is your password, and it's a 5-digit number. Also on this sheet is just your grade level. That will also be on that sheet. So when you come in during textbook distribution, we will stick this label on your agenda so that you're ready to go and you know exactly what you need to do for that first day of school. So now that you have your username and password, I'm going to walk you through the steps of what you need to do in preparation for the first day of school. You have your username and password. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to do a Google search for Office 365. And you can see that's exactly what I did here. That screenshot shows you that. You're going to click on the link, and what's going to pop up is a sign-in sheet or a sign-in spot where you're going to type in your email address. And once you've entered your email address, you will now type in that 5-digit student ID, which is on that label that we're going to stick on your agenda. Once you're in, you're going to see the platform's going to look something like this. The first thing the students need to do is to click on Outlook. That is going to get them into their email. And once they're in their email, They're going to get specific instructions from their first and second period teachers about what they need to do for that first day of school. My deadline for teachers to send this email to students is by 3 o'clock on Friday, August 7th. So if you log in at 2 o'clock and you haven't gotten an email, that just means they're still working on it. By 3 o'clock, every student should have an email from their teacher giving them very specific instructions on what they need to do on Monday, August 10th. Now, a couple things to check off your list and make sure you're ready for August 10th. So every student will have a schedule by the end of the day Friday. Students should be able to log in to Office 365. Students will have read an email in Outlook from their first and second period teachers, which will give them very specific instructions on what they need to do Monday, August 10th, the first day of school, and for them to follow those instructions from the teacher. The first day of school is probably going to be the most complicated of all the remaining days of the school year. So following these steps is going to be very important to ensure that it's a smooth process for everyone. Now, I do want to remind everyone that if I've learned anything about COVID and planning, whether we were going to do blended, distance learning, there's just a lot of stuff that has to go right. And sometimes things just aren't good, they just don't work out the way we had planned. But we're all going to do our very best. So I just really ask for everyone's patience, because I promise you we will get every child ready for school this year. No child will be left behind. We'll make sure everyone is ready. So please be patient. Please stay connected with the various platforms I have available. If for whatever reason you're not receiving my calls or you're not receiving my emails, please reach out to my office and make sure everything is updated so you're getting all that information. I try and answer most questions on my weekend messages, and I send out updates throughout the week using our social media platforms. So again, I hope this was helpful, and please reach out to us if you have any questions.